For the first time, under the leadership of Syrian interim President Ahmed al-Sharaa, Syria launched rockets toward Israel. This incident, while not causing any casualties, has raised concerns about the potential for escalation in an already volatile region. To understand this situation, let's examine the broader context. Syria has been embroiled in a civil war for over a decade, with Bashar al-Assad's regime facing significant challenges. In December 2024, a rebel offensive led by Ahmed al-Sharaa successfully overthrew Assad, bringing a new leadership to power. This change has introduced uncertainty and new dynamics, particularly in Syria's relations with its neighbors, including Israel. Israel has controlled the Golan Heights since 1976, a territory that Syria claims as its own. The Golan Heights have been a flashpoint for decades, with periodic clashes and military actions. Under international law, Israel's occupation is considered illegal. Recently, there have been reports of direct talks between Syria and Israel aimed at easing tensions and potentially normalizing relations. Additionally, the United States announced plans to lift decade-old sanctions on Syria, a move that could strengthen the new regime, but also raises concerns about regional stability. This fragile situation was disrupted when two projectiles were fired from Tasil in southern Syria, approximately 12 kilometers from the Israeli border, toward the Golan Heights. The rockets landed in open areas near the Israeli communities of Hispin and Ramat Magshimim, causing no injuries or damage. This was the first such incident since May 5, 2024, marking a resumption of hostilities after a period of relative calm. A little-known group called the Martyr Muhammad Deif Brigades, referencing a Hamas leader killed in 2024, claimed responsibility for the rocket fire, but this claim has not been independently verified. The Syrian Foreign Ministry stated that reports of launches toward Israel were unverified, adding to the uncertainty surrounding the incident. Israel's response was swift and decisive. The Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, launched artillery fire toward the source of the rockets in Tasil and conducted airstrikes on southern Syria, targeting weapons belonging to the Syrian regime. The strikes reportedly caused significant human and material losses in areas like Deraa and Quneitra. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz issued a strong statement, holding Ahmed al-Sharaa directly responsible for the attack. Katz declared, "We consider the president of Syria directly responsible for any threat and fire toward the state of Israel, and a full response will come soon." He emphasized that Israel would not allow a return to the pre-October 7th reality, referring to the Hamas attack that sparked the latest Gaza conflict. Around the same time, Israel intercepted a missile launched from Yemen by the Iran-aligned Houthi rebels, who claimed it was targeting Jaffa in support of the Palestinians. This simultaneous attack, the third Houthi strike in 3 days, triggered sirens in central Israel and briefly halted air traffic at Ben Gurion International Airport. The Syrian government, under Al-Sharaa, condemned the Israeli strikes, stating that they caused significant human and material losses and constituted a blatant violation of Syrian sovereignty. Syria denied any involvement in launching threats against Israel and suggested that other parties might be exploiting the situation to destabilize the region. The Syrian Foreign Ministry emphasized that Syria has not and will not pose a threat to any party in the region, and is working to rein in armed non-state actors. The implications of this event are multifaceted and significant. First, it could lead to an escalation of tensions between Syria and Israel, potentially derailing progress made in recent diplomatic talks. Second, it may encourage other regional actors, such as the Houthis, to test Israel's defenses, increasing the risk of a broader conflict. Third, it places pressure on al-Sharaa's regime to demonstrate control over Syrian territory and prevent further incidents, especially as it seeks to establish legitimacy. The unverified claim by the Martyr Muhammad Deif Brigades raises questions about the role of non-state actors and their potential to exploit Syria's transitional period. Additionally, Israel's military actions, including a recent bombing near Syria's presidential palace in Damascus, condemned by the UN as a violation of sovereignty, underscore the challenges of maintaining peace.